Thank you very much, Leaf. This is a very important game just when thinking ahead to RLCS Season 8 and the promotion tournament. Kronovi, he said it in his interview, he's looking to this game being infinitely times more important than the Cloud9 series they have later on today.
I'm very excited for this match because this is a battle of the rival series teams. Both these teams have players who have come up from the ground, from RLRS, and made their way here, and they don't want to lose the opportunity of staying in the RLCS.
They know it's all on the line. These matchups factoring in so much to the later part of the season. Kickoff here in game 1. Wonder. Shot towards net. Karma getting the save. Wonder already testing out this Splyce defense. Kronovi to the corner, bounces down. Kronovi with a beautiful pass, but Karma again there in time. Nobody from Rogue was ready for it, but Kronovi putting on the pressure as well.
Let's see if Kronovi can have a huge impact here. Being the new player, you saw him in the interview talk about how they've improved things. They've been working on things in the off week and trying to figure out their problems and mistakes and really prove themselves here as a solid and a team that's going to stay.
But, you know, we've already had 40 seconds melt off the clock. The entire time the ball was in Splyce's half. Finally, Jaywiz able to get it out. Karma getting beat to the ball, net wide open. You see her just let off the gas. AJ just getting the first goal for Rogue.
The speed to react. AJ instantly pops his car up, beats him to the ball. Was that Karma that was waiting for the ball?
Yeah, so it looked like Karma was in the middle, and she just recognized that AJ had it. Laid off the gas.
Really a speed game here, trying to react to the bounce. And another banger of a shot from Kronovi.
Rogue already just setting the tempo of the game. Kronovi passing over to AJ. AJ tried to pop him to himself, but well read by the Splyce defense. But still, Rogue on the attack. Wonder not giving Karma any time. A bump there on Wonder opens up a window for Kronovi, but he just missed. Follow-up from AJ, shut down by Karma. Another follow-up from Wonder. It has just been shot after shot after shot for Rogue.
Rogue is just on top of it with their speed game. They're beating Splyce pretty much every single time in the air, and especially with these weird bounces and little bumps, they seem to be reacting much faster and more on pace.
A chance there for Kronovi, but he had to turn around, no boost, and AJ slowing down the assault, but he didn't do enough. Nose Dude gonna get credited for this one.
That is just an unfortunate turn of events. I don't know, he spun his car at the worst time, didn't get any momentum into the ball, because when he spun, he completely killed everything that was going for him, and it just pops off his back and goes in.
But credit to Nose Dude for putting such a hard shot on net, forcing AJ into that situation. And Splyce, they answer back. Despite the pressure being in favor of Rogue, now they do come through. Wonder off this rebound, gonna get the go-ahead goal for Rogue.
We talked about it earlier, waiting to see if your opponent's actually gonna make a hit. Wonder thinking Karma could possibly get the hit, but instead he just trusts his gut and goes through and follows through with the shot.
Yeah, and it looked like Karma was in a spot where she potentially could have gotten that shot shut down, but not able to get there in time. And like you said, good commitment on the attack. That's gonna net Rogue a goal, and almost another one. Kronovi just forcing that one through.
Just quick shots. Karma trying to get it clear. Nobody's back. Where's Dude with the nose? Trying to rotate in, doesn't even get the challenge.
And very fitting goal explosion there. Ball just rolling into the net. Nose Dude trying to keep it out, but well positioned from Kronovi to make sure that he was gonna just hammer that ball in. Karma to the corner. Kronovi with the challenge. Wonder helping him out. Nose Dude up the side. Gonna send it across the field. AJ beats Karma to the ball. Going for a double tap pass. Does get it to the corner and gets the boost steal. Going for a demo. AJ has been physical, I believe even on the previous play. AJ going for those bumps on the goalkeepers, making them drive out of the way. That can throw you off on defense.
Still the pressure coming out from Rogue non-stop this entire game.
Pressure mounting yet again. Wonder with a boost steal. Kronovi center ball to AJ. AJ, the shot narrowly missed. And now counterattack opportunity for Splyce. Wonder hits it back to Kronovi, however. This one off the ceiling. Wonder going off the backboard. Kronovi tried to pop it down. Follow-up from AJ over to Wonder. Wonder doesn't get the shot on target, but still Rogue. Shot after shot after shot, and Wonder finally beats the defense. Rogue up 4-1.
With so much pressure, you got to get organized. And if this keeps going and nobody can get it clear, mistakes like this are going to happen. Last second saves were due with the nose. This is the second time. Has to come in and get a very difficult save. And it just comes down to that organization and trying to relieve this pressure. They can't get it clear.
And dude, he was waiting on that back wall. It was, you know, a good decision to go up there, but he was counteracted by that slow bouncing shot. Threw off his read. And Splyce, they have been struggling to get anything going on the offensive side, whereas Rogue has just been having a field day. Kronovi up, beats out Nose Dude to the middle. Wonder gets a piece of that one. Follow-up shot, bounced in from AJ. That's his second goal.
The flashy play from AJ, spinning his car and actually placing it perfectly even after the rotation on the right side. It comes down again to Karma trying to get there in time. These third-man rotations are not on time, and they can't get there to make the save.
And I mean, also just huge credit for AJ. That was, you know, he wanted to put that far post. And that was a tough situation for him to even be able to do it, but he did it with style.
Sometimes freestyling actually helps relieve stress and tension when you're going for a shot. It makes you think about it less, if that sounds normal. It's almost like it relaxes you. It's the weirdest thing.
I mean, we saw that happen with Cloud9 in the grand finals.
Right.
I think you're right. It's just a confidence thing.
It's because you want to play how you practice. And a lot of these players, whenever they're practicing and hitting the ball around, they're just spinning their car. They're trying to rotate as much as possible. So if you have that kind of, I guess, confidence in game, it can help a lot with how you play.
And AJ put that to work from practice to the field. Now Wonder with a flick. Karma getting a save. Final seconds ticking away, and this was very similar to the first game that we saw in the NRG series. Rogue absolutely stomping Splyce in game one.
Just a dominating performance overall. Look at the shot difference.
How many, Turtle?
17 shots.
I'm glad you did the math. I didn't want to add that.
You didn't want to do the math?
I mean, it's pretty. This one was pretty easy. 2 5s makes it 10.
You're just going to put me on the spot like that?
Yeah, I mean, hey, you messed up last time, too, doing the auto, so I figured...
Look, we're the spectating combo, James.
No, you know, you're the spectating guy now. That's not me anymore. That's you.
Don't give me that.
But Rogue, you're right. 3 shots to 17. This was so one-sided. It was so one-sided, Turtle.
It was really just the rotations. I say it again and again, but you need to get it clear because after so much pressure, something's going to fall apart. You just can't help it. So either one player from Splyce needs to take a good challenge. It doesn't feel like they're winning any challenges. Either they're getting beat to the ball or they're just getting pinched.
Yeah, you're so right. Even that last goal that we saw with AJ came off Wonder's challenge. Like, Wonder just turned around and challenged him. And you're right. Splyce just has not been able to get the ball out of their own half.
Exactly.
Rogue has kept them trapped just because they continue to turn and not let Splyce hit it upfield. So Splyce just keeps getting trapped, and it seemed like there was nothing they could do in this first game. We'll see if they bounce back in game number 2. We saw Space Station bring it back against NRG to keep it close, but we'll see if the same thing happens.
We see first games often end up as a blowout. You know, it's a huge goal differentiator. But I think that the second game is usually where the nerves are gone. Because if you get stomped, it's a lot easier to calm down and, you know, recollect yourself.
Yeah, especially in game number 1. You know, we see it a lot where game number 1 is just where teams get the nerves out. And we do see a double commit from Rogue, but AJ following through on the ball. Wonder, upfield. Nose Dude getting that ball past Kronovi, but he's going to be low on boost. But a promising start here for Splyce. Karma with the drop down to Wizmon, and Wizmon getting shut down by AJ.
That touch from Karma was exactly what they needed. something to kind of boost their spirits and get a solid goal here in game 2.
And a miss there. That's going to really impact the spirits, Turtle. Kronovi able to sneak one by because of the defensive mistake here by Nose Dude.
Look at AJ. Do you see the double touch he got? Still spinning his car. This man is a freestyler this game. Spinning his car, getting 2 touches, clearing it past the defense, and just sets up a perfect shot.
And just like that, after Splyce had a good start, they're going to be struggling now.
No,
Flip reset opportunity, potentially, but AJ, he had a lot of options there. Go for the flip reset, go for the air dribble. Nothing really panning out. AJ taking control. Karma going all in on that. She's low on boost. Trying to get back to help out her team. Wismont also very low on boost. He gets demoed, but a miss from Wonder to the corner. Karma. Center ball. Wonder tipping it off to the corner. Wismont is going to miss that hit there. Karma down the sideline. Wonder taking over. Wonder looking for a center or a challenge there, just trying to 50-50 that through. Kronovi off the ceiling and down. AJ with a little bit of space. Off the corner to the middle. Double commit. Rogue on the attack. Nose Dude trying to get that ball out of harm's way. Now Kronovi with the challenge that pinches backward to Wonder. Wonder off the backboard. Karma was waiting for it.
We started off strong with Splyce having some possession, but it seems like it's slipping back into what game 1 was, and that's just a lot of contests and a lot of challenges that are going in favor of Rogue in their own half of Splyce.
And now an infield pass to Kronovi. That one blocked away by Wismont. And you're right, Turtle. This has just still turned into a very one-sided attack from Rogue, but just a 1-goal game still, as we see a miss there from Rogue at the midfield. Now pop up for Nose Dude. Nose Dude over to Karma. Karma off the ceiling, and now counterattack opportunity. AJ up in the air. Kronovi sends it off to the Splyce corner. Wonder with a good 50-50. AJ, quick recovery. Look at this lofted over. Splyce still trying to get out of their own half.
Bit of a rush clear there from Karma, not really slowing it down, just instantly losing possession, especially in a game where it's so one-sided. If you have a chance in space, you need to know when to take the opportunity.
Now under 2 minutes left to play in game 2. Wonder off the corner, he'll miss his follow-up shot. Karma trying to be physical at midfield with Kronovi. AJ back to the Splyce corner. Karma gonna have to deal with this. Trying to hit it to herself, does get it out to the middle, but ready and waiting was Wonder. Dangerous ball, double commit here, and a beautiful pass, light pass again, and now Wonder is gonna put this in. Look at the passes from Kronovi and AJ.
Staying on the wall, he lands perfectly, jumps again and blocks it and sends it out into the midfield. That is all Kronovi right there, setting up his team with a fantastic challenge.
Yeah, and AJ slowing that ball down. He might have been just trying to get a light shot, but setting up Wonder there for the goal. But you're so right, that first pass from Kronovi, that was next level.
Not only did he react, but he landed so well on the wall to even have a chance at blocking the clear.
Kronovi going for the bump, paving the way for AJ. Rogue putting in their 3rd goal.
Proving that he might be a team captain here, making huge star plays. Kronovi coming in with a bump on the wall.
Just deleted him, holy moly. And now Rogue, with 1:05 left on the clock, up by 3. They beat Splyce 5-1 in game number 1, now up 3-0 in game 3. Wonder, weak hit out, but Kronovi able to get to the ball first. Splyce struggling to get anything going on the offensive side. Also, defensive mistakes coming out. Rogue, on the other hand, it has just been a class on how to attack, how to not give your opponent any space.
how to starve and just completely take every single corner boost, not even letting Splyce have a chance. And when they do have little moments, I feel like Splyce is just panicking and trying to get the ball out of their half as much as they can when they need to take time and try and dribble these out so they can have a little bit of a better contest. We talk about challenges, and you can get a better challenge if you're actually dribbling.
And a wonderful drop down. Another defensive situation that was quite precarious. You see Karma missing the hit there, and then look at that little touch from Kronovi.
That was fantastic. That was really what you want to see out of Kronovi. Taking kind of like a aggressive leadership spot. He's making all of these plays this game. Kronovi coming in clutch for his team.
I'm loving his passing, his distribution, and we see a double bump there from Wonder. Maybe one more goal for Rogue. Ooh. Wonder padding the stats, 5-0.
That's a great bounce there off that challenge. Perfectly set up Wonder and going for the bump for Karma, giving her no option but to drive upside down in her net and try and figure something out. But that's it. That's going to do the game.
And you know, this is just such an important series. We can't stress it enough. These, like you said, two teams that have a history with the rival series, and this series in particular, a lot of implications around who's going to go back to that promotion tournament. This is a series where, you know, it could be that, will we finish top 6? You might point back to this specific series and say, oh, this was the moment where Rogue was able to make sure they finished top 6, and Splyce, they're in danger now of finishing in that bottom 2. But, you know, let's just focus a little bit on Kronovi. Those passes were insane this game from him.
It wasn't even forced. You saw him getting such light touches and smart, methodical plays here. You saw him on the wall getting the great challenge, and then again with his little tiny wheel touch to hit it out in the middle directly for his team, and just coming up as a great playmaker.
Yeah, and those wheel play, like, you know, it was what I loved about the last pass that he made was he feinted the shot, right? He made it seem like he was going to come up and just maybe get a strong shot towards net. But no, just angled his car up, and when you touch it with your wheels, you know, it doesn't hit the ball very hard at all. It just stops it. It kills it.
And it's hard to position yourself when you're going up for a ball to kind of, he pulled his car back completely and barely managed to touch that wheel, because sometimes it can just make your car go flat and get no momentum at all, and the ball just goes straight down.
And so it's, you know, seeing Kronovi in that passing role, at least in game number 2, doing a phenomenal job. Rogue all around. Just so quick to the ball, cutting out the passing lanes from Splyce and keeping Splyce trapped. Can Splyce bounce back? Game number 3, they're on the verge of being swept. Gonna have to find something that works. And again, out of the gate, Kronovi
coming through. This was just an insane shot. Look at him coming with his angle. Do you see how difficult this is? You only have one option, and that's just to clear it directly to the side. That's very difficult.
And what a situation for Kronovi to set up in. That wasn't even a bad clear from Nose Dude. Like, that's what you look for. You want to get it into the corner. Somehow Kronovi getting massive power on that shot. And we're going to pause the game briefly.
A little bit of a stutter, but you look at Kronovi, like, coming out again on top as a solid player. He's just really stepping up this game.
Kronovi, this is one of those, I mean, we've seen Kronovi since the beginning in Season 1. You know, Kronovi was the guy who put Rocket League really on the map. Like, I think back to some videos of Summit watching or reacting to Kronovi, right?
When I was playing Rocket League and I wanted to actually get to this level, he is probably the only person I was really paying attention to in terms of trying to replicate his mechanics and try and do what he was doing.
Yeah, I mean, and it's so great to see Kronovi, who even back when, you know, Rocket League the RLCS didn't exist, and Rocket League just started to come into the mainstream, you know, Kronovi was the guy. He was the poster boy for Rocket League. And now to see him still competing through adversity, you know, getting let go by G2 or getting replaced by G2, by Chicago, coming into this situation with Rogue, and now playing in an important series like this, one that can determine your future, and seeing him step up, you love to see that. Like, as a fan of the game.
It's his career that's just lasting so long because he's still managing to get these crazy plays. We saw the wheel hit. We saw the wall. And we just saw that insane corner shot. It's crazy how he's been going for so long and just still manages to be mechanically on top.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, you know, Wonder and AJ, you know, previously these guys they were also really great assets. They had great synergy with Prime Thunder, who was a very offensive player. And now, coming in, Kronovi, not really the same style as Prime Thunder. We're already seeing it. Kronovi, very much more of a passer, which is not really what Prime Thunder was at all.
He wants to make his teammates kind of flourish. Like, you saw the passes he's going for, and you saw the vision, I guess you could say, on a field. Whenever you see Kronovi going up, like you said, he faked the shot. Just to have the vision and to be selfless enough to go for a pass in that situation is really what makes a great player.
Yeah, and as we continue through this admin pause, let's take a look at the highlights from the previous match in the day. These are from the NRG Space Station Gaming Series. Fireburner and crew really just stomping Space Station Gaming. Two very one-sided series so far in week 3.
And you see the ceiling getting used in so many of these goals. I talked about it before. Justin, Garrett, and Fireburner are so comfortable getting these flip resets, these awkward, difficult challenges, and figuring out how to be consistent and also creative at the exact same time.
And now, again, two very one-sided series. Space Station, NRG has just been so good. They have been absolutely dominant. It really doesn't seem like there's any team in North America that could potentially stand up to them. They're like a wrecking ball going through the North American region.
And playing against a team like NRG as Space Station Gaming, it's a solid matchup to lose, obviously, but you want to see them take at least a game or two off. We saw them come back with a different play style in that second game and kind of prove that they could have a chance at making it more competitive in that match.
And just getting a look at the updated standings after that NRG series, the big 3 up there undefeated. The big question on everyone's mind is who is going to fill in that top 4 situation.
You just see zeros across the board for the top 3 on the right side. These are going to be the matchups you want to see, but also the matchup we're seeing right now, you don't want to be in that 7th or 8th spot. This is a must-win match for Splyce and for Rogue because you're gonna have to make another upset if you lose this match.
Yeah, and again, I don't see Splyce coming back from this. I'm going to be honest. Rogue has just 100% dominated on the offensive side. They haven't let Splyce get any boost, get any attack going, and we've just seen a lot of defensive mistakes from Splyce.
Yeah, and especially whenever you see those last man rotations, seem like they're a little bit slow to kind of correct themselves and rushing these clears. They're not, paying attention to where their teammates are that much. They're just panicky on defense, and Rogue is capitalizing on that.
Yeah, absolutely. But this is a situation though where right out of the gate, Kronovi scores, but now we have this admin pause. I've been told it's due to some packet loss from one of the players that we're trying to sort through. But this is a moment potentially for Splyce to regroup.
Right, and it's very fortunate whenever you are in a situation where there's a little bit of a pause as a player, but it depends on who's going to take charge. As Splyce, you want to see a leader kind of come through and say, hey, we have time, we have a little bit of room to kind of readjust ourselves and re-affect our strategy.
And now we're getting back into it after that pause. The packet loss issue hopefully addressed now.
You hate to see it.
You really do. But now Splyce going to have to bounce back.
Let's see if the play styles have changed from Rogue. See if they come out the bat with a demo like AJ, aggressive and on top.
And we'll have to see a response from Splyce right now. Otherwise, it's going to be over. And you see a big whiff there. Wonder taking control, trying to dribble it by. But Wismont is going to hold strong. Karma blocking off the pass. Wonder going for a dribble yet again. Does mind game nose, dude. Trying to mind game another, but again, Wismont in the back with the defensive play.
Still playing the same game. Rogue is dominant even after the little bit of a break. They're coming out, they're being creative, and they're trying to get into Splyce's head with those mind games.
And it almost paid off, but waiting a little bit too long. It looked like Kronovi was in the middle, or in the midfield waiting for that center. Now blocked. This could be a good for Splyce, but no one from Splyce there to follow up with the shot. With the attack starting, Nose Dude pass back over to Karma, a little too far behind her. Now over to Wismont. And AJ stops the attack. Wonder. Up the sideline. Kronovi taking over. Flicks it. towards the net and gets the demo. Missed there from Nose Dude. And now AJ off the corner of the ceiling. A little touch back from AJ to Kronovi, but Karma will take over. Wonder getting a deflection, backboard pass. AJ, awkward position. Kronovi helps him out.
It's a fantastic clear there. Using the back of his car. He's coming from the opposite direction and still manages to get it clear. And you want to see Rogue still getting these same challenges in the Splyce field and beating Splyce to the ball almost every time.
And again, Kronovi popping it by one defender. Rogue staying strong at the midfield. But back pass to Wismont, and Kronovi stretching to make the save. AJ off the backboard. Kronovi, a weak shot, and that's going to be easily saved by Wismont. Now counterattack. He has no boost to work with at all, just has to pop it up. Karma with the follow. She's also low on boost. So this Splyce attack struggling to get some legs. Wonder to the side. Picking up full boost there, but getting beat to the ball. AJ with the shot! How did he get this much power on the shot? What a shot from AJ.
Timing the flick, whenever he does his flip right here, it's literally exactly when and where you want to hit the spin and the rotation with your car. And that's how he got so much power on that. Just a great solo play coming from AJ, and it's 2-0.
A hurl. He just hurled that one over. Final 2 minutes. More of the same. Splyce getting shut down by Rogue. Now off the ceiling. AJ, can he read it? No, but it bounces into the middle. Could have been 3-0 right there. Hustle from AJ, sends it to the middle, and the follow-up from Wonder. Rogue running away with game 3.
Still beating Splyce on these awkward contests. You saw a dude with the nose there accidentally flipping at the wrong time, which means he didn't have as much time to recollect himself and actually get to the challenge fast. And Rogue is on top with these contests and beating Splyce to the ball.
Now kickoff opportunity. Quickly off kickoff. Nose Dude almost having an opportunity. Wonder in the corner. Kronovi doesn't get that hit. Karma, had that been on target, that might have been able to inch its way in. Wonder off the side. Well, he just leaves it for Kronovi. A challenge win from Karma. AJ has to make a save here, and he does in a tough spot.
Acting a little bit panicked, but there was nobody from Splyce to even really capitalize on these mistakes. It seems like when they do have opportunities, nobody's around.
And that could just be a boost situation. You know, every time you do get a ball into the middle, if your teammates are retreating to get boost, no one will be there for the pass, and that has seemed like what has been happening with Splyce.
Right. And a lot of that comes down to the main possession that Rogue has. They are just taking corner boost after corner boost and keeping the pressure on. And Kronovi running away with another one, a solo play, and a bit of an open net with a slow rotation.
And just a self-pass there. That first touch setting him up to get the shot. Rogue knows that Splyce is desperate, and they're throwing everything they have. And just a quick counterattack. Now Rogue up by 4.
This does not look good, James. Not at all.
I mean, if you're a Rogue fan, you're thinking this looks fantastic. But if you're a Splyce fan, it is alarming. They have not been able to do anything on the offensive side. Chance for Karma. And again, off the crossbar. That has pretty much been the series for Splyce. That one play embodies the series for them.